Brand happens first, marketing happens second. A lot of people do it the other way around. They think that they need to put all of their efforts into marketing first, i.e., what kind of funnel they're going to have, what platforms they're going to sell on, what price points their products are going to be, who they're marketing to, what their messaging is, all of that marketing stuff and the market research and everything. And those things hold a big place and they are important. And obviously, you can't really understand what kind of ads or creative or organic content you should be putting out until you understand those things. But most people start with that. When I think, and a lot of other people who operate as both as like marketing directors and creative directors understand that brand actually happens first, because it's brand that tells you what you need to put into those things. And this is like brand way beyond just having your logo somewhere or understanding your color palette. That stuff helps. But the kind of brand I'm talking about and the kind of brand understanding that I think you need to have in order to have really great marketing that converts the right people, pushes away the wrong people, that you feel good about, that sets you apart from other people, as in, pulls you out from the competition and things like that, starts with an understanding of brand, an understanding of not just what you're selling, but why you're selling it. Not just who you're selling to, but why they should want it, why they want it. One of the things that Seth Godin talks about in All Marketers Are Storytellers is that you can't really convince anybody of a new story. Like, you can't create demand through, well, you can create demand, but basically what I'm saying is you can't create demand that doesn't exist, right? The best marketing, and i.e. the best brands, understand that they're tapping into ideas and feelings that already are there, which is one of the reasons why luxury brands and premium brands tend to do so well when they're done right, is because they're tapping into and selling an idea to people who already want the idea sold to them. And they already believe in these things create status, these things have meaning, these things are things that I want. And that's true across all the 3 to 4 core marketing subsects, right, of health, wealth, relationships, and you could say like happiness or personal dev, right? So my point here is that brand starts it off. Now, the reason that a lot of people in the personal brand space are like, oh, I don't really care about brand, or they don't think about brand so much, is because it's very obvious why, what their brand is. Maybe they need to go deeper and it needs more clarity and it needs more structure and they need to figure out their best storytelling strategies and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, their brand has been with them from life. It is their personality. It's the reason that their friends talk to them. It's the reason that they read the papers they read. Well, maybe not the papers. It's the reason they watch the YouTube videos they watch. It's the reason they wear the clothes that they wear. One of the things I always thought was interesting growing up is like, when people say like, I don't really care about fashion, I don't really care about clothes. I've been guilty of that, saying that before too. But at the end of the day, not caring about fashion is a choice. Is like what you're choosing to wear instead of the most fashionable clothes is stuff that you just happen to like, and that's what you're drawn to, and those clothes become your personality or become the way people see you and the way that you act and what makes you feel like you're expressing yourself, right? And brand is the same way. Like, your logos and the color palettes and the fonts and stuff like that are the clothes that the person wears, but there's a person underneath that. When you're a personal brand, these things become more innate to you because you understand, well, I post on social like this and not like this. I use these words and not these words because you've been texting people and writing emails and reading books and communicating for however 20, 30, 40, 50 years, however old you are, right? Whereas when you're building up a business brand only that has no person attached to it, quote unquote, like for the most part, you're basically blank slate. You're just basically putting on clothes. A lot of people I see, they're just putting clothes on, i.e. they're making a logo and a color palette, and then they're just leaving it at that, and then they're not doing anything else, right? But there is a personality inside of that brand that is begging to come out, that needs to be understood. What is the brand like? What doesn't it like? Why do things matter? What opinions does it have? What values does it hold? When you look at the brands that do the best, they get this at a deep, deep level. And sometimes I see a brand like, for instance, Carhartt, like all of a sudden pop up, and I was even scrolling on YouTube. This guy's got Carhartt on his thing, Kanye West wore it a lot, and a bunch of other people. Anyway, you've probably seen it. And I'm like, how do these brands just pop up out of nowhere? And then I go to Wikipedia and it's been around for 100 years. And it's like, yeah, that obviously, if your brand's been around for 100 years, you've had a lot of time to figure out its personality and figure out what it's about and figure out how to convey its opinions and values and meaning through creative ads, copywriting, web, events, all the things that create, omnipresent marketing or whatever. But won't get ahead of myself here. My main point with this video is just to say, if your marketing's not working as well as you want, if your ads aren't converting the way that you want them to, if people are coming to your website and they're dropping out, what really needs to happen is a focus on brand. You need to focus on what you're about from an emotional perspective, what you're about from a meaning perspective, why you sell the things that you sell, and why people should buy them from you and not other people. And how do you then convey that? What do people want to see? What do they want to hear? What do they want to read? What do they want to experience from your brand to then say, yes, this is what I want to buy from? I was thinking about getting some new track pants at some point because the Nike ones that I had, which I actually got for free because I was doing some influencer marketing for them, you could say. This was a few years ago. And I lost them. And I wanted to get some more. And I was thinking maybe I could go with another brand. Like maybe I could get another pair of the track pants, not sweatpants, track pants that are different. Because actually my favorite sweatpants are from Champion. My favorite track pants were from Nike. And I thought maybe I could go to another brand and I could search around and find something. But I may not do that, to be honest. I may just buy more Nike track pants. And the reason is because I just really, really like what they're selling, and not that the product is any better than any other pair of track pants, like black track pants with zips. Like, no, who cares? They're all the same basically. But why do I want to buy the Nike ones again? Because I really have developed a relationship with that company. They make me feel good. They make me feel like how they want me to feel and how I want to feel, which is strong and courageous and encouraged. Now, marketing clothes is one thing, but this applies to every single possible thing, even down to the most boring things that you could think of selling, even down to the most mundane businesses. And I'm not going to call anybody out here because I don't want anyone to feel like the business is mundane, but I think a lot of industries lean on marketing as a way to, quote unquote, convert customers because they think that, well, we just need to put up our website and talk about what we sell and talk about our product in the most basic way that we've always talked about it, and people will buy. But that's just not how it is anymore. And so I'd even encourage you, if you do have a mundane product or something that has always been done the way it's been done, this is a great opportunity to change it up a little bit and to develop a bit more meaning in what you're selling and really make people want to buy from you. So all this to say, brand first, because brand will tell you how you should talk and what you shouldn't say and how you should say it and who you should speak to and what they want to see and how they want to feel, and then how you can help them do that. And again, because I know some people who watch this stuff, they're optimizing their personal brands or whatever. That just means a deeper sense of self, a deeper sense of understanding who you are, and a deeper sense of understanding what you care about and why you care about it. That will help. And then you just got to keep putting stuff out over and over and over and over again until people start to really see and understand you. And I think in a social space, when you're putting stuff out on social media, and it's something I've been working on too, and one of my mentors has a great story about this where she talked about how she posts on social a lot, and then she'd go to an event and someone said to her, wow, you're so different in person, based on what I see from you online, you're so much more happy and excited and memorable and all these things. And that's when she realized, wow, I got to be bringing more of that to what I'm doing. So that would be my tip if you're running a personal brand. It's just, how do you convey yourself online in a way that's much more authentic and to who you would be if someone had met you in person? Lean further into that, bring that to the table, and obviously fit your business stuff in there too, but that will generally draw people to your business more than trying to be who you think you should be or focusing solely on marketing as the main thing that you're selling. Now, there obviously are catalysts to this. I'd say for sure, there are certain things in certain spaces and for instance, certain biz op opportunity offers and other things where sure, you just put out a direct response offer to a mass market. Sorry, my lips are so chapped. And I keep doing that in every video, but I think it's just kind of cold. I'll bring chapstick next time. Where you just go in mass market and you just are like, people are going to resonate with this offer or they're not, and who really cares? That's sure. You could wait for brand for later, but if you're in a competitive space, if you're in a space that is old and hasn't been innovated in a while, if you are in a space where you are preaching anything of luxury, premium, good product, good culture, strong outcomes to product and innovation, any of those things, then brand is like everything. And that's all I got for you today. See you in another one.